Imagine walking into a room and instantly connecting with everyone you meet. You say a few words, ask a couple of questions, and suddenly people are smiling, leaning in, and genuinely enjoying your presence. Sounds like magic, right? But here's the secret. It's not magic. It's the art of asking questions that make people love talking to you. Hi there! Welcome to today's deep dive into one of the most overlooked yet powerful life skills, asking questions. I know what you're thinking. Questions? Really? How can a simple question make someone like me more? Trust me, it's not just about curiosity, it's about creating connection. And connection is the invisible glue that transforms relationships, friendships, and even your career. In this video, I'm going to take you step by step through the art and science of asking questions so effective that people will actually look forward to talking to you. By the end of this video, you'll understand why certain questions spark instant warmth, how to phrase questions so they feel natural, not invasive, subtle psychological tricks to make your conversations magnetic, and real-life examples you can start using today. Let me give you a small personal story. A few years ago, I was attending a networking event. I knew almost no one. I walked up to a group armed only with a smile and a single question. What's the most exciting thing you've learned this week? Within seconds, people were talking, laughing, sharing personal insights. That simple question broke the ice faster than any clever joke or self-introduction could have. And that, my friend, is the power we're diving into today. Now, before we get into the how, let's understand the why. Human beings are wired to respond positively when someone shows genuine interest in them. Psychologists call this the principle of reciprocal self-disclosure. When you show curiosity about someone's thoughts and experiences, they naturally open up, feel valued, and like you more. Think about it. Have you ever met someone who asks questions only to wait for their turn to talk? Annoying, right? That's exactly what we're going to avoid. By the way, if you're learning English or any language, this skill is a double win. Not only do you improve your conversation skills, but you also accelerate your language learning because you're engaging in meaningful dialogues, not just practicing words. So, how do we ask questions that people actually enjoy answering? It's not about interrogation, it's about creating a gentle curiosity that pulls people in. And trust me, it's easier than you think, and way more fun than memorizing awkward phrases.
First, let's break down the psychology. Why do some questions light up a person's face while others kill a conversation? It's all about focus and intention. When you ask questions purely out of interest in the other person, your energy becomes magnetic. People subconsciously feel it. Contrast that with someone asking questions just to fill silence or impress someone. Big difference. One classic psychological insight comes from Dale Carnegie, author of How to Win Friends and Influence People. He said, "You can make more friends in 2 months by becoming genuinely interested in other people than in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you." That's gold. So, what types of questions work best? Let's categorize them. Open-ended questions. These require more than a yes or no and encourage storytelling. Example, did you like the movie? Good. What part of the movie made you feel excited or surprised? Curiosity-driven questions. These show you genuinely want to understand someone's perspective. Example, I've never traveled to that country. What's one thing that surprised you the most? Future-oriented or aspiration questions. People love talking about their dreams. Example, if you could start any project this year, what would it be and why? Reflective questions. These make people feel validated. Example, looking back, what's one moment that really shaped who you are today? Here's a practical tip. Mirror their emotions. If someone's talking about a challenge, don't immediately jump to problem solving. Instead, ask, "That sounds intense. How did you handle it?" This small phrase communicates empathy and keeps the conversation flowing. And humor helps. A funny, thoughtful question can break tension instantly.
For example, if someone says they enjoy cooking, if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be, and would you be willing to share it with me? Silly? Yes. Engaging? Absolutely. Let's sprinkle in a real-life example. I once met someone at a coffee shop who looked stressed. Instead of asking, "Rough day?" I asked, "If your day had a soundtrack, what song would be playing right now?" The person laughed, relaxed, and we ended up having a 20-minute conversation. That's the magic of creative questions. They make people feel seen, not probed. Now, let's get into the practical techniques you can use every day. 1. The curiosity sandwich. Start with a compliment or observation. "I notice you're reading a book on psychology." Then ask your question. "What's the most interesting idea you've discovered so far?" Close with appreciation. "That's fascinating. Thanks for sharing." 2. The why but how technique. Instead of just asking, "What do you do?" dig deeper. What drew you to that field? Why did you choose that approach? How do you keep yourself motivated? This method shows genuine interest and keeps the conversation layered. 3. The personal touch technique. Use details from their previous answers to guide your next question. For instance, if someone mentions they love painting, you said you enjoy painting landscapes. What's your favorite memory that inspired a piece? People love it when you remember details. It's like saying, "You matter to me." 4. Humor and curiosity combined. Funny, unexpected questions make conversations memorable. If aliens landed tomorrow and asked you to represent Earth, what's the first thing you'd say? Or, which fictional character do you think you could have a coffee with, and why? 5. Avoid overloading. Asking too many questions in rapid fire makes you feel like an interviewer. Pause, let people respond fully, and respond genuinely before moving on. Think of it like a dance. Don't step on their toes. Daily life applications. At work, ask colleagues, what part of your project excited you the most today? With friends, what's one small win you had this week that made you smile? With family, what's a childhood memory that always makes you laugh? Language learning bonus. If you're practicing English or any language, ask questions in conversations with native speakers. Example, what's your favorite idiom and when do you use it? Or, I'm learning this language. What's one tip you'd give me to sound more natural? Not only are you learning the language faster, but you're also practicing cultural curiosity, empathy, and active listening, all skills that make people love interacting with you. Let's bring it all together. We've covered a lot today, so here's the essence. Ask with genuine curiosity. People can sense fake interest from a mile away. Use open-ended, creative, reflective, and future-oriented questions. These spark engagement. Listen actively. Don't just wait for your turn. Respond, mirror emotions, and reflect on their answers. Sprinkle humor. A light, funny question can break walls instantly. Apply daily. At work, home, or social gatherings, start small and watch how your connections deepen. Remember, asking questions isn't just about talking. It's about building bridges, understanding humans on a deeper level, and leaving a lasting impression. Think of yourself as a conversation architect. Every question you ask is like laying a brick in a foundation of trust and connection. Here's a motivational tip. Start today. Pick one person, anyone, and ask a question that makes them pause, smile, or reflect. Watch their face light up. Feel that? That's the reward of curiosity. That's the magic of asking questions that make people love you. And if you commit to this every day, just one meaningful conversation per day, you're not only improving your relationships, you're changing your life. You're learning empathy, communication, and the subtle art of connection. And for language learners, you're mastering practical conversation skills in a real human context, not just memorized phrases. Finally, remember humor, patience, and genuine interest are your allies. You don't need to be perfect. Just be curious, kind, and present. That's what makes someone memorable and lovable in any room. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, share it with someone who could use a conversation upgrade, and subscribe to the channel for more life-changing tips, motivational insights, and practical ways to grow every single day. Your journey to becoming a magnetic conversationalist starts with one question. What will yours be today?